Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Yoga for Athletes. My name is Chris Parkinson. I'm the group fitness manager down at the Navy Yards location. Welcome to my class. Today's class, you're going to need a couple of things. You're going to need a towel, and you're going to need a big-ass couch pillow. And we're going to start today seated position. So you're going to come into a comfortable seated position, either cross-legged or on your knees. I prefer cross-legged. And then bring your hands, your fingertips, right down by your sides. So the fingertips are on the floor here. And you're gently going to press your fingertips down into the ground and lift up through the crown of your head. And you're going to just slowly start inhaling through your nose and exhaling out through your mouth. Notice how the fingertips and your butt have this nice firm foundation into your mat and the floor. And you have to use the backs of your arms, the backs of your shoulders here, right, to get lift in your collarbones. And you're also firming your abdominals just slightly here, but not so much so that you can constrict your breath. And then bring your hands to your knees, but don't let your back move. Keep lifting through the crown of your head. Right? Odds are we've probably been sitting in a chair all day, or doing classes on live stream here at VIDA, in which case, we did a lot of shoulder and chest work probably. If we were sitting at our desks, our shoulders were rounding an awful lot. What that does is, it overstretches the muscles in your back, and so that they get used less. And so not only are they overstretched, they're actually weak. And since we sit in a rounded back position during the day, those muscles get frozen into place. In other words, your body freezes those muscles, right, to keep yourself stable. And so at the end of the day, it can feel like what we need to do is stretch our back muscles, when in fact what we need to do is activate our back muscles and stretch our chest muscles. And now bring your arms right out to the side like an airplane. And then bend your elbows. Right? So the forearms and the palms are parallel to the ground. And you got to do this next one just using arm and shoulder muscles, not using your back muscles. In other words, I don't want you to move your spine when you do this. Just take a deep inhale. When you exhale, pull your elbows down towards your rib cage. Reach through the crown of your head. Right? Almost like your lungs are a bellows here. And then inhale, bring the elbows back up to shoulder height. And when you exhale, pull the elbows towards the rib cage downwards. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, reach the elbows up. When you exhale, pull the elbows in, lift through the crown of your head. 1 more time. Inhale, bring the elbows up. Exhale, bring the elbows down. And this next one, bring the elbows back up, shoulder height. And then you're going to bring the hands down towards the ground. Do not round your spine to do this. And then bring the arms back up. And take an inhale. When you exhale, press the hands towards the ground. Try to get the palms to press back behind you. 2 more times. Inhale up. Exhale, rotate, just rotating the shoulder, rotating the arm bone here in the shoulder socket. Inhale, back up. 1 more time. Exhale, press hands down and then towards the back of the room. Bring the arms back up to shoulder height. Start to feel some burning in your shoulders at this point, really getting those muscles to activate. This time, take an inhale. When you exhale, bring the backs of your hands back behind you. Bring the palms right where they face forwards. And just the opposite of what you did. Inhale, bring the hands back to neutral here. And then exhale, pull the backs of the hands behind you without moving your chest here. 2 more times. Inhale, hands paw face down. Exhale, bring the palms up. 1 more time. Inhale, hands go parallel to the ground. Exhale, pull the backs of the arms up. Bring your hands down by your sides. Whew. Walk the hands forward. Let your spine round. Let your chin fall down towards your chest. And a little passive stretch for all those muscles we just used in our back and our shoulders. And walk your hands back up, right, towards your seat here. And place the right hand on the outside of your left knee. Bring the left hand behind you. Fingertips on the ground on your left hand. And take a slow inhale. And when you exhale, twist using the muscles of your abdominals here. Just keep the hand on the left knee. Try not to pull with the right hand. When you inhale, come back to center. Keep the right hand where it is. And then exhale, twist. And you can use those left fingertips to stabilize you behind so your chest is nice and tall here the whole time. One more time, inhale, come back to center. When you exhale, twist. You're pulling the right rib cage towards the left thigh. Inhale, come back to center. Breathe free. Place the left hand on the outside of the right knee. Right fingertips come to the base of your spine. And take a slow inhale. When you exhale, using the abdominals, twist to the right. Look back past your right shoulder if that feels okay. Inhale, come back to center. Chest comes back to center. Hand stays where it is. Exhale, twist. Abdominal muscles do the work, not the left hand. Left hand just there to help stretch the outside of the left shoulder. Inhale, come back to center one more time. Exhale, twist. Abdominal muscles do the work here. Empty your belly of air. Inhale, come back to center. Breathe free. Walk the hands forward. Little forward fold. Let the back round. Chin falls down towards chest. And then uncross your legs. Come into a tabletop position so that the hands are underneath your shoulders and your knees are underneath your hips. Tuck your toes underneath you behind you. Press up to down dog. And take your dog for a walk here. Keep the knees slightly bent. So in other words, you don't need to straighten out your legs, but really try to lift your hips up towards the sky without letting your lower back round. Spread your fingers really wide. You look up between your hands and you notice there's an L shape between your forefinger and your thumb. You're really rooting down to that area, right, on your palm, in between your forefinger and your thumb. Take an inhale, reach your right leg up into the air. Press through the left heel though at the same time so you can get a calf stretch. Exhale, bring your knee towards your nose. Come up onto your left toes. Use the calf muscle on the left side now. Inhale, reach right leg up towards the sky. Press into the left calf muscle to get that stretch. Exhale, bring knee to nose. Round your spine like cat pose. Inhale, reach the right leg up towards the sky. When you exhale, step your right foot up between your hands. Next, inhale, step your left foot up between your hands. When you exhale, forward fold, bend your knees, let your hands touch the ground. Inhale, reach your arms up over your head, bring the palms together above your face. When you exhale, dive your hands back to the ground. Bend your knees, let your head and neck get heavy. Next, inhale, draw your hands to your shins. Halfway lift, you do not need to straighten your legs, but do lengthen your spine. When you exhale, plant your hands, step back to down dog, press your chest towards your thighs and your heels towards the earth. Inhale, come out to plank. Exhale, lower all the way down. Release your toes. Inhale, press your chest up, give a little pull, baby cobra. Exhale, chin comes back down. Inhale, press to a tabletop. Exhale, press back to child's pose. Press butt back towards heels. Inhale, come back up into tabletop. Exhale, lift hips, down dog. Inhale, reach left leg up into the air behind you. Press through the right heel to stretch the right calf muscle. Exhale, bring knee to nose. Now point toes on right foot, use calf muscle. Inhale, reach left leg up towards the sky. Press back through the right heel, calf stretch. Exhale, knees to nose, press the earth away. Inhale, reach the left leg up towards the sky. When you exhale, step the left foot up between your hands. Next, inhale, step the right foot up between your hands. When you exhale, forward fold, bend your knees. Inhale, reach your arms up over your head, palms come together above your face. When you exhale, bring your hands down by your sides. Stand tall. If it feels okay, close your eyes. Rotate the palms of your hands out towards the top of your mat. Pull your shoulder blades together gently as you lift your chest and your collarbones up towards the sky and firm your abdominals at the same time. Right? Everything working in the front part of your body and the back part of your body here. Take an inhale, reach your arms up over your head. Bring the palms together above your face. When you exhale, dive your hands down to the ground. Bend your knees, let your head and neck get heavy. Next, inhale, bring hands to shins. Halfway lift, lengthen your spine. When you exhale, plant your hands, step your left leg back behind you. Release the left knee, release the left toes. Take an inhale, bring your arms up towards the sky. When you exhale, bring your hands back down to the ground. Press back to down dog, chest towards thighs. Inhale, come out to plank. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way down. Inhale into back bend, up dog or cobra. Exhale as you tuck toes and go back to down dog. Next, inhale, bring your right leg up into the air behind you, but press to the left heel. Exhale, step your right foot up between your hands. Release your back knee, release your back toes. Inhale, arms up towards the sky, hips shift forward slightly. Exhale as your hands come back to the ground. Tuck your back toes under. Inhale, step to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, lengthen your spine, firm your abdominals. Exhale, forward fold, touch the floor, reach towards the earth. Inhale, reach your arms up over your head, palms come together above your face. When you exhale, dive your hands back to the ground. Bend your knees, let your head and neck get heavy. Next, inhale, bring hands to shins. Halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale as you plant your hands and step your right leg back behind you. Release the right knee, release the right toes. Inhale, arms up towards the sky. When you exhale, bring hands back down. Press back to down dog, chest towards thighs, heels towards the earth. Inhale, come out to plank. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way. Inhale into back bend, up dog or cobra. Give a little pull with the hands. Exhale, tuck toes, press back to down dog. Next, inhale, left leg reaches up into the air behind you. And when you exhale, step the left foot up between your hands. Release the back knee, release the back toes. Inhale, arms up towards the sky. Exhale, hands come back to the ground. Tuck back toes under. Inhale, step to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, forward fold. Inhale, reach your arms up over your head. Palms come together above your face. Exhale, hands down by your sides. If it feels okay, close your eyes. Long, slow breath through your nose. Long, slow breath out through your mouth. Blink your eyes open if they're closed. Inhale, reach the arms up over your head. Exhale, forward fold. All right, from your forward fold, step your left leg straight back behind you. Come into a low lunge. Spin your left heel down to the ground. All right, from here, all right, bring your hands to hover 6 inches up off the ground. All right, pause. Pretend like you're pressing down away from the earth here with the palms of your hands. Right, lifting your chest. But what really is lifting the chest here, right, are the back muscles. And the ab muscles are keeping your spine stable and not rounded. Now reach your arms along by your sides. Right? Palms face up towards the ceiling. Lift your collarbones a little further forwards, and then try to hinge from the hips and bring the belly button towards the knee. Keep the right knee high above the right ankle. Press to the outside of your left foot here. Breathe. Shoulder blades gently squeeze towards one another behind you. And then fan up to warrior two. Keep those back muscles engaged. Keep those ab muscles engaged. Straighten your front leg. Toe heel your back foot up once towards the top of your mat. Shift your hips backwards, reach forwards. Bring the right hand on the inside of the right shin. Reach the left hand up towards the sky. And this is triangle pose. Try to keep the right side of your body from rounding. Keep the right side of your body long. So you want the hips to hinge backwards, right, and the right side of your body to lengthen as you reach the right arm down towards the right ankle. Wrap that left arm around your back now. Right, try to open your chest towards the left side of your mat. Firm the muscles on the right thigh. 3 breaths. Each breath gets slower and sweeter than the one that preceded it when we go into these poses. Release the left arm, grab a hook in the sky, come all the way up. Pivot the right foot to face the left side of the room. Take an inhale, bring your arms up over your head. When you exhale, dive your hands down to the ground. Reach your right arm across your body, grab your left ankle. Place the left hand on top of the right wrist. Look at the right big toe. Start to pull the right shoulder towards the right big toe. Keep that lock though, that left hand down on your right wrist. Your head gets heavy. And the lower your head goes down towards the ground, deeper the stretch, and from the middle of your spine to the outside of the right shoulder. Bring your hands back down in front of you. Bring your hands to your hips, flat back, big fat inhale, come up. Gonna pivot the right foot to face the top of your mat. Gonna grab your towel. And so, dish towel will work here. Gonna place that in your left hand. Now this is a chest opener here. Now you really gotta use the back muscles for this, more than the towel, right? So, bring the right forearm onto the right thigh. You're gonna take the towel in your left hand, wrap the left arm around your lower back. And we just did this in our triangle pose. And the towel's gonna dangle outside your right foot. Make sure you have a nice long stride here. You're gonna reach down underneath the right knee, grab the opposite end of that towel. Now, you just have to grab the ends. What's really important here, you can notice my entire chest is facing towards the left side of my mat. I'm not rounded down here. That's the last thing we want to do. We want to keep the right knee bent, and then you have to use the back and the upper part of your shoulders. Squeeze them towards one another to help open the chest muscles. Right? Keep hinging from the hip here. Try to prevent the spine from rounding. 3 more breaths. You just have to grab the towel and breathe slow. You don't need to pull on the towel at all. And then release the right hand. Bring the right hand back to the right thigh. Come all the way up to warrior 2. Transfer the towel from the left hand to the right hand. Reverse your warrior. Reach up and back with the towel in the right hand. Straighten the right leg. Let the right elbow bend. Reach underneath with your left hand. Grab the towel behind you. And so that the right hand reaches down behind the neck and the left hand reaches up towards the right hand. Now, a little lean backwards towards the left leg. Breathe slow, 3 breaths. Keep firming your abdominals. Do not arch your back to try to get the hands towards one another. Right? Use the back muscles, the ones behind your shoulders, to do this instead of your lower back. Right? That's what's going to help open, right, the front part of the deltoid and the chest muscle. And with control, release the left arm first. Come back to warrior 2. You're going to drop the towel down. Cartwheel your hands down to your right foot. Bring your left knee to the ground. Bring your hands up onto your right thigh. Next one, interlace your fingers at the base of your spine. Clasp your palms together. Squeeze your shoulder blades towards one another. Tuck your pelvis slightly. Firm the left ass cheek. And then firm your abdominals. Think about lifting your collarbones up towards the sky so the back bend happens right underneath the shoulder blades. Breathe. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Bring your hands down to frame your right foot. Take the towel, put it underneath your right foot. Tuck your back toes under, Spin your left heel to the ground. Grab each end of the towel, slowly straighten your right leg as you lift your chest parallel to the floor. Now, it's important here that your spine isn't rounded from the lower back. What we want to do is press down into the foot, shift the right hip back, pull the left hip forward. You should feel a nice hamstring stretch here. Try not to pull on the towel using the back muscles. Just grip the towel with the hand muscles. Now, in the next one, we are going to round our spine to stretch the back muscles. So, I'm going to bend the right knee slightly. Let the spine round as you bring your chin right towards your knee. Reach down that towel as far as you can. So reach the arms all the way out in front of you, down towards the right foot. You might even put the hands on the ground here. And you're letting your entire back round here to stretch all those muscles you've been using so far. You might even try to press your palms down into the earth. Slight bend in your right knee here. Two breaths. And then rebend your right knee all the way. Step back to a plank. Lower all the way down. Release your toes. Inhale, press your chest up slightly. Exhale as your chin comes back down. Tuck your toes under. Inhale, press to plank. Exhale, press back to down dog. And bring your knees down onto your mat. You might fold your mat in half, right? If you got any kind of knee issues. Stand up on your knees. Hands are going to come to your hips. This pose is called camel. You're going to bring one hand and the other to the base of your spine. Fingers point up towards the shoulder blades. Palms press down towards the butt cheeks. You're squeezing the shoulder blades together behind you. Once again, a little tuck to your pelvis. Lift your collarbones up towards the sky. And you don't even need to let your head fall back between your shoulders. Toes can be tucked under or not. Firm the abdominals. Try not to push the hips further than the knees here. And then release your lower back with control. Butt goes back onto heels. Hands come down in front of you. Take a cat pose. Let your spine round. And tuck your toes underneath you behind you. Press up, back to down dog. Reach your left leg up into the air. Step your left foot up between your hands. Spin your right heel down to the ground behind you. Fingertips on the floor here. Lengthen your spine. Pull left hip back, right hip forward slightly. You're pressing down through the big toe on your left foot. Let your hands come up off the ground. Find more length to your spine. Press the hands down as if the ground were underneath the palms of your hands as you root down through the left heel. Keep that hinge from your hip here. Don't let your lower back round. Then we'll reach the arms back behind you. Palms up towards the ceiling. Bring your collarbones forward as you lift your arms up towards the ceiling. 3 breaths. Go up to warrior 2. Left arm in front, right arm behind. Straighten your front leg. Toe heel your back foot up once. Shift the hips back. Reach the left arm forward. Bring the left hand inside the left shin. Reach the right arm up towards the sky. Keep the left side of your body super long here. Keep pressing down through the left big toe. And so try not to roll to the outside of the left foot. And keep increasing that hinge from the hips instead of rounding the left side of your body. Finally, wrap the right arm around your lower back. Look up towards the ceiling or back past your right shoulder. Lastly, firm the thigh on the left side. Release the right hand. Grab a hook in the sky, come all the way up. Pivot left foot to face right side of the room. Big inhale as the hands come up over your head. Exhale, dive your hands down to the ground. Once your hands get to the earth, reach across your body with your left hand. Grab anywhere along your right leg, right ankle, right shin. Place the right hand on top of the left wrist. Look at the left big toe. Start to pull the left shoulder towards the left big toe. And keep the lock, the right hand on top of the left wrist. Head gets heavy. Every breath slower and sweeter than the one that preceded it. And so you're actively using the abdominals to pull the chest over. But you're not actually using the left hand to do anything. The left hand is simply gripping the ankle. Then bring both hands back down to the ground. Both hands come to your hips, flat back, big fat inhale, come up. Pivot the left foot to face the top of your mat. Gonna grab your towel. Bring your left forearm down to your left thigh. We're gonna take this side angle posture again. Towels in the right hand, wrap the right arm around your lower back. You gotta use the back of that right shoulder, right, to get the chest open. Gonna reach underneath the left leg, grab the towel. Now, gotta pull the chest past the left thigh. Once you have the grip on the towel, you don't need to make it any deeper. What you can do though, is scooch the right leg back and the left foot forward and lengthen your stride here. So your entire chest points over towards the right side of the mat. Do not let the left knee dive inwards. 3 breaths here. Try to find softness with each exhale. And then release the left hand. Bring the right arm back around. Come back up to warrior 2. Straighten your front leg. Toe heel your back foot up once. Towel goes in the left hand. Reach left arm up and behind head. Reach right arm underneath. Grab the other end of that towel. A little lean backwards towards the right side of your body. Not much. Once you get your hands as close as you can actively use the back of your head on your left forearm to help open up the left pectoral muscle. Abs gotta stay firm here though, right? If the lower back does the work here, the chest will not get stretched. The upper back muscles and the bind have to do the work here. And then with control, you reach the right hand out first. Left hand comes back. Warrior 2. Set the towel to the side. Cartwheel your hands down to frame your left foot. Release your back knee. Release your back toes. Hands come up onto left thigh. You're gonna interlace your fingers the opposite way you did last time behind your back. Squeeze the shoulder blades towards one another. Hands can pull slightly down towards your butt, but the idea is to more get the muscles between the shoulder blades to work. Little tuck to your pelvis, little firmness in your right butt cheek, and then collarbones lift as you firm your abdominals in front. 3 breaths. And then bring hands down to frame your left foot. Take your towel, Put it underneath your left foot. Tuck back toes under, low lunge, spin right heel to the ground. Toe heel your back foot up till your front leg is straight. Lift your chest till it gets parallel to the floor. Hands stay on the towel. Shift left hip back, right hip forward. Firm the thigh on the left leg. And then bend the left knee just slightly. Walk the hands down the towel. Let your spine round as much as you want. Belly button comes down towards knee. And then maybe hands, palms reach down to the floor. And so you're letting your upper back round really severely here to stretch all those muscles we just used when we interlaced our fingers behind our back. Should feel a pretty nice hamstring stretch here too. And put a bend in the left knee. Step back to a low lunge, remove the towel. Step back to plank, lower all the way down. Release your toes. Inhale, press your chest up slightly. Exhale, chin comes back down. Tuck toes under, inhale, plank. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Release down onto your knees. Extend your right leg straight back behind you. Spin your right heel to the floor. Reach your right hand up towards the sky. Supported side plank. Kickstand your left foot so you have some support. Reach your right leg up into the air. And then bend the right knee. Reach back for your right foot. And then maybe look up towards the ceiling here. And keep the abs firm. Try to get the right hip to extend, not the abdominals. So we can get all the thigh and hip flexor muscles. And then release your back foot. Bring right hand and right knee back to the ground. Extend your left leg straight back behind you. Spin your left heel to the ground. Reach left hand up towards the sky. Kickstand right foot. Right, lift left leg up into the air. You're gonna bend your left knee, reach back for your left foot. Left heel comes to left butt cheek. Gaze up towards the sky if it feels okay. And keep using the back of your left shoulder to reach for the foot. When we use opposing muscle groups to stretch opposing muscle groups, that is the surest way to find more mobility. Mobility is more important than being flexible. Right? They do not mean the same thing. Mobility means you have to use strength, right, to stretch. Release your back foot. Bring left hand up towards the sky. Bring left hand and left knee to the ground. Step back to plank. Lower all the way down to the ground. Bring your arms out like an airplane. Palms face down. Walk the left hand toward your face. Bend the left knee. Step the left foot up and over the right leg. Roll onto the right hip. 4 slow breaths. Each breath sweeter and slower than the one that preceded it. Bring the left leg over, lay on your belly, extend the left arm out like an airplane. Walk the right hand to your face. Step the right foot up and over the left leg. Roll onto the left hip. Head is heavy. Bring the right knee back over. Lay on your belly. Press into a tabletop position. Press back to down dog. Reach your right leg up into the air. Step your right foot up between your hands. Spin your left heel to the ground. Walk your hands back towards your left foot as you straighten your right leg. Skandasana. Firm the muscles on the right thigh. Flex the toes on your right foot back towards your right shin. And that's going to help stretch the calf muscles as well. Left elbow pressed on the inside of left thigh. Get a little bit of groin stretch. Chest is nice and tall. 3 breaths. Walk your hands forward towards the top of your mat. Come up to warrior 2. Left arm behind, right arm in front. Draw the left arm underneath your chin. Bring the right arm underneath that. Stretch for the rear deltoid here. Bend your left elbow if you can. Grab the palms of your hands. Eagle arms. Dive the right shoulder inside the right thigh. Humble warrior. Squeeze the elbows away from one another. You have to activate chest muscles to do this. Hands are away from face. Right, you bend the knee to get the arms closer to the ground. And a little draw of the elbows towards the earth will help stretch and the muscles that connect the arm to your lower back. Release your hands down inside your right foot. Drop your back knee to the ground. Step your right knee back in line with your left knee. Bring your knees together, your feet wider than your hips. If you need, you take a pillow, put it underneath your butt. Bring your butt back down in between your heels. And bring your hands behind you to the floor. Palms face down. Fingers point towards the back of your mat. Pull shoulder blades together. Thighs stay together. Maybe head falls back between shoulders. Stretch here for the forearms and the bicep muscles. Then bring your chin back to your tabletop position. Bring your feet together. Bring your knees wider than your mat. Press back to a child's pose. Reach your arms all the way out in front of you. Come back into tabletop. Tuck your toes underneath you behind you. Press back to down dog. Reach your left leg up into the air. Press through the right heel though, get that calf stretch. Step your right foot up between your hands. Spin your left heel to the ground. Walk your hands back towards your your right foot as you straighten your left leg. The thigh engages on the left leg. Chest gets nice and proud here. Right elbow goes into right thigh. 5 slow breaths. Modification, keep that back heel on the ground. Each exhale, a nice firmness, right, to support the abs. No lower rounding spines. And then walk the hands forward towards your left foot, top of your mat. Come up to warrior 2. Back heel spins down. Right arm's going to draw underneath your chin this time. Left arm comes underneath right elbow. Bend the elbows, eagle arms. Hands away from the face. You bring the arms down into humble warrior. Actively reach the elbows towards the earth. Feel that nice stretch right behind the armpits. Release the hands down inside the left foot. Drop the right knee to the ground. Step left knee in line with right knee. Come into tabletop. Tuck your toes underneath you behind you. Grab your big pillow if you need it. Walk your hands up onto that pillow. Keep the toes tucked under as you sit your butt back to your heels. And this is a stretch for all your toes, right? So the toes stay tucked under. You can place, right, the pillow either on your thigh. You can get a little bit of lean forward into the hands to take the pressure off the toes if it feels really too intense. Otherwise, just bring the hands down onto your thighs. Sit nice and tall. Try to keep the heels from diving outwards. 5 slow breaths. Stay with the discomfort. Let it be just a sensation. When you let it be just a sensation, instead of discomfort, it stops having power over you. It becomes just a sensation. And bring your hands forward into tabletop. Release your toes. Tuck your toes underneath you behind you. Press back to down dog. Reach your right leg up into the air. You're going to come into resting half pigeon. Right knee to right wrist, right ankle towards left wrist. You can take your big pillow, put it underneath your right butt cheek if it's up in the air, or you can do this pose on your back in a figure 4. Take as much bend out of the right knee as you can, and then walk the hands forwards. Four slow breaths here. Inhaling to the count of 6 or 7. Exhaling out at least to the count of 6 or 7. Walk your hands up towards your hips. Tuck your left toes underneath you behind you. Press back to down dog. Maybe give your feet a little pedal. Switch the pillow over to your opposite side. Reach left leg up into the air. And then coming into resting half pigeon on this side. Left knee to left wrist. Left ankle towards right wrist. And then pillow underneath your left butt cheek if your left butt cheek's up in the air. And you walk your hands forwards. 6 slow breaths. Right? 6 doesn't seem like an awful long time, but if you inhale for the count of 5, and you exhale to the count of at least 5, well, that's an entire minute. Walk your hands up towards your hips. Tuck your back toes under. Press and lift your left leg up into the air. And then bring both knees down to the ground. Cross your legs behind you. Sit down into your butt. Sit nice and tall. And have your big ass pillow and your towel handy. Draw your left knee into your chest. Sit nice and tall. Gonna place right elbow on the outside of left thigh. Left hand comes to the base of your spine. Both butt cheeks solidly on the floor. You're squeezing thighs towards one another. Right toes flex towards shin, toes point up towards the ceiling. You're trying to pull right rib cage towards left thigh using abs. So you could be able to reach your right arm up and your twist really wouldn't change because you're using your abs so much. Keep firming your thighs towards one another. Maybe look back past your left shoulder. 3 breaths. And then release your twist. Extend the left leg out in front of you. Pull the right foot in towards your chest. Thighs move towards one another. Toes flexed on left foot. Right hand comes to the base of your spine. Left elbow on the outside of right thigh or right knee. Then pull left rib cage and right thigh towards one another. Squeezing the right thigh as much as you twist from the left rib cage. Looking back past your right shoulder if that's okay. And then release your twist. Come back to center. Take your big ass pillow. Put it at the base of your spine. Butt cheeks are on the floor. Legs are out in front of you. Lower your back onto the pillow. Bring your arms out like an airplane. Palms face up. Backs of your hands on the floor. Take a slow inhale through your nose. When you exhale, firm your abdominals, sink your hips down into the earth. Do that 2 more times. Inhale slow. Exhale, sink your hips, firm your abdominals. Last time here. Inhale. Exhale, sink hips, firm abdominals. Now, see if you can breathe all the way down into your belly. Let the space beneath your belly button lift up towards the ceiling as you inhale. And then when you exhale, start with that space. Firm the abdominals. Then let the air come out of the chest, and finally the throat. Maybe you can slow your breathing down to 7 or 8 on the inhale. And 9 or 10 on the exhale. Bring your hands behind your head. Tuck your chin into your chest. With control, sit all the way up. Take your towel. Put it around the front of your feet. Shimmy your butt cheeks back behind you. And try to get that hinge from your hips once more. So bring your nipples towards your toes. And then let your chin fall down towards your chest. And if it feels okay, go ahead and grab the front of your feet here. And let your lower back round, let your upper back round here. 4 slow breaths. Keep firming your abdominals though. Then release your forward fold. I'm not going to stay there too long today. take the pillow, set it off to the side, lower down onto your back. When you get down to your back, draw right knee in towards chest. Extend left leg all the way out in front of you. Pull right knee across body with left hand. Bring right arm out like an airplane. Gaze goes past right shoulder. 4 breaths. Bring the right knee back up. Bring both knees into your chest. Extend the right leg out in front of you. Pull the left knee across your body with your right hand. Bring your left arm out like an airplane. 4 slow breaths. Bring the left knee back up. Bring both knees into your chest. Give yourself a sweet squeeze. And then release the legs all the way out in front of you. Arms come down by your sides. Close your eyes if it feels okay. And take Shavasana. Bring some movements back into your bodies by wiggling your toes and fingers. Nod your head side to side. When you're ready, bend your knees and roll over to your right side. Reawaken the mind, body, and spirit. And see if you can keep your eyes closed as you press yourself up into a seated position. Sit nice and tall. Bring your hands together at heart center so that your palms touch and your thumbs come to your sternum. Remember when we leave the mat today to keep exercising the muscles of love and patience, gratitude and compassion, faith and forgiveness. Because just like the muscles of our body, the more we use these things, the stronger we become, and the happier and healthier we all become. And finally, in recognition that no matter who we are or where we go, we all radiate a little spark of the divine. Let's end practice by bowing together and saying, Namaste. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I hope you'll all join me a week from tomorrow, April 11th, I believe it is. We're going to do 108 sun salutations. It's from 3:30 p.m. to about 5:30 p.m. You don't have to do them all. You can do 1, you can do 10, you can do 20. We do ask that you stay for the whole thing though, because it's going to be pretty special. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Take care.